Alright, welcome back to WWE 2K14, 30 years of WrestleMania. I forgot the name of the mode for a minute there. We are back, we are in the Ruthless Aggression era, we are on WrestleMania 19. In the last episode I said that I'd forgotten what the other match was at WrestleMania 19. I don't know how, because I remembered what it was, and I'm now very confused how I forgot it. I won't spoil it for anyone that doesn't know, but I don't know how I forgot, but I did.
Excited to see HBK return to the ring than me.
Shawn Michaels is the world's champion. Do you believe in miracles?
A lot has happened between the two of us since you kicked me in the face. I've attacked you.
And a low blow by Jericho. Chair shot.
You've attacked me.
Shawn Michaels has him, Jericho.
Come to this ring and speak to me face to face.
Ask and you shall receive.
I wanted to be just like you, Shawn. Pretty soon people were saying that I was going to be the next Shawn Michaels. I grew out of wanting to be the next Shawn Michaels, and I concentrated on becoming the first Chris Jericho.
Oh my God, a chair shot right to the face of Shawn Michaels.
You tried to be the hero one too many times, Michaels.
The cow, awesome sweet chin music.
I'll see you at WrestleMania.
So it's on. HBK, Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, a man, takes responsibility for his actions.
I am better than you, Shawn.
A man doesn't hide underneath the ring and jump another man from behind.
I'm more charismatic than you, Shawn.
A man looks the other man in the eyes.
I want to end your career at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, get ready, because I'm coming to fight.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, this is, I think, I've heard a few people say this is one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. Again, I've never seen it, but I believe it. I believe in considering who's involved. When Shawn Michaels was a guest on Chris Jericho's in-ring show, The Highlight Reel, Jericho claimed he had idolized Michaels from a young age and that he had been his inspiration to become a WWE superstar. Any mutual respect there was between Jericho and Michaels was destroyed when Y2J Sabotage eliminated the Heartbreak Kid during the 2003 Royal Rumble. The date for the resolution of their intense rivalry would be etched in stone when HBK delivered sweet music to Jericho, accepting Y2J's challenge at WrestleMania 19.
Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
What a night this could be, King, for Chris Jericho. He was the first undisputed WWE champion. A kid that was actually born in New York City, and he grew up his whole life as a WWE fan. The one star his whole life that he emulated from day one is his opponent tonight.
I really like that line about not wanting to be the next Shawn Michaels, but wanting to be the first Chris Jericho. Because I've heard so many times in the years, like, oh, it's the next Stone Cold, oh, it's the next Rock, oh, it's the next this, the next that. Nah, just let them be the first of their own thing. I think it's a really good outlook.
Circles are considered pound for pound the best in the business. Shawn Michaels was the first ever Grand Slam champion, winning every major championship the WWE had to offer. A severe back injury that necessitated major surgery looked like it had ended Shawn's career right after WrestleMania 5 years ago.
Wow, he's back with a blast now. You know one thing about Shawn Michaels, he becomes a different man at WrestleMania.
Had he really been out of action for that long at this point? Because, like, I believe it, but also, wow? I guess? Huh, okay. Well, no one can answer me on that. I mean, he wasn't in any Mania matches between 14 and 19, so there is that.
A list of dream matches.
I can't wait to get to these years with what I'm watching, because the thing is, I kind of know that, like, for a lot of people, and I think especially myself, wrestling's good in general, but it gets a lot better once the Attitude Era starts rolling in. And then I think, alright, here's a hot take, possibly. I think I prefer the Ruthless Aggression Era. I think there's just more to like about it from what I've seen of it. I think I really like the mid-carders and stuff in the Ruthless Aggression, which I think there's a lot of, not a lot of, like, whatever mid-carders, but they kind of are, like, the whole thing, like, the main eventers of the Attitude Era are, like, a fucking spectacle. But the people main eventing the Ruthless Aggression Era are amazing, too. So I think they're both really good eras. I think that Ruthless Aggression Era just edges out a little bit more for me. Probably because I'm just more familiar with the people from the Ruthless Aggression Era, more than anything else. But I can't wait to get to what I'm watching, like, these shows, because there's so much more to it. You know, it really does become just much grander of a production and everything. Whereas there is a lot of miss in what I'm watching at the moment. I'm on 94 still. I think my next pay-per-view is Mania 10. I've got like 3 or 4 Raws to watch until then. There might be a WCW pay-per-view in between. No. I think if I remember right, when I checked my like to-do list of things to watch, I think the next one was WrestleMania 10. So I'm looking forward to that a lot, and I know that WrestleMania 10 is like really good. It's just that I feel like the 10 years between 10 and 20 are when it really starts to become like kind of more like what it is nowadays, and not quite as old-timey. Quite as like old school, like them trying to make it like a traditional sport, etc., with like just silly characters here and there. And I just can't wait. I'm just really looking forward to it. I know it's a lot of watching slash playing a game on my phone or on the Wii U or the Switch whilst it's on, but I'm looking forward to getting there. I don't want to just skip to it. I want to get there, because I want to know some of the shit that I didn't know before. It's been really fun, especially like playing through this mode and like doing WrestleManias 1 to 9. The fact that I was able to talk about them more knowledgeably was really nice. Yeah, I've heard that this match is absolutely fantastic. This is definitely a very highly rated match, if it's not a favorite. Well, buckle yourself in, we're going to be here for a while. Jericho's doing powerbombs. Well, it's an open roof arena. I could be wrong about that, but I think WrestleMania 19 was an open roof, from what I've seen of it. I panicked for a moment because I went, oh shit, code breaker, and then I remembered, no, he won't have a catch code breaker. This isn't that Jericho. He didn't do the code breaker until like his return in like 08 or 9 or whatever it was. I really liked the way he reinvented himself on his return. Serious Jericho worked really well. I was about to be like, why is he doing a submission? I didn't hold X, and I remembered that that's one of those weird moves that's not actually a submission hold, but it is a submission hold, but it's not a submission hold. Don't fall down, get up! We've got a cutscene to initiate. I have no idea when I start this recording, whoops. Well, I'll just get 19, 20, and 21 done in this recording. So this might be a really long recording.
celebration. The most sincere.
I'll change my mind if it ends up going too long, but we'll see.
Than the original. Sweet chin music. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And then he doesn't go for the pin. Well, that's nice. Oh, okay. On the vert.
They're giving it absolutely everything they've got.
Would you stop it? Stop it! Why can't I reverse anything? Why is my timing so bad sometimes?
Nice reversal.
Whoa.
The showstopper. Seize the opportunity.
Didn't waste any time going into a corner. That's it. I mean, he's right by the ropes, but I don't think he's quite in them. Cutscene? I think we have a cutscene here.
Sunday night, March 30th, will be a night that Jericho and, I dare say, Shawn Michaels will never forget as long as they live. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this. I don't believe it.
Oh, isn't that nice?
To see that.
Oh, isn't that nice?
What a blatant cheap shot. Now, you talk about being a sick, pathetic loser right here at WrestleMania after competing in a match, perhaps the match of Jericho's lifetime, and he ends it with a low blow. That's damn sure sad by Chris Jericho.
Well, it's frustration, JR. I mean, this match has been years in the making for Chris Jericho, and it just didn't turn out the way he wanted it to.
Okay, well, very nice. We've gotten that one out of the way really quickly. How did I forget this
When
match?
Stone Cold Steve Austin walked away from WWE, shockwaves vibrated the foundation of the company.
7 months ago, I told my boss, Vince McMahon, to take his job and shove it. But Stone Cold Steve Austin got tired of sitting on his ass at the house, and everybody said, Austin can take his ball and go home.
But when the rattlesnake finally returned, he didn't come alone.
And by God, there he is!
I didn't bring a ball with me. I brought a big fat can of whoop ass. I can guarantee you that I am going to raise more hell than I've ever raised in my life.
Before the bionic redneck could reclaim his superiority, another superstar was out to challenge his legacy.
Austin, do you remember the last 2 times you went 1-on-1 with the great one? I whipped your ass not once, but twice. The Rock has done it all in this business.
The incomparable People's Champion!
He's a leading man in Hollywood.
Right!
The one thing that The Rock has not done is whoop that ball candy ass at WrestleMania.
The stage was set for the greatest rivalry in WWE history to enter Act 3.
It's like a cancer in the soul of The Rock. He has never beaten Stone Cold at a WrestleMania. It'll be The Rock. It'll be Austin one-on-one at WrestleMania.
Okay, remember when I was saying in the last episode that Hogan and Rock was like the biggest match? Well, naturally, this would actually be bigger because these two are both evenly matched as the faces of the company, which is just something that's never going to happen. Well, something that I think is quite a miracle to have happen. You've got two people that are just massive. The Rock criticized the choices of Stone Cold Steve Austin as Superstar of the Decade by the WWE fans. The following week on Raw, Austin made his WWE return, and The Rock challenged him to a match at WrestleMania 19. The Rock had failed to defeat Austin on 2 previous occasions, WrestleMania 15 and 17. The Rock was tormented by that fact, and the all-encompassing quest became to finally defeat the Texas Rattlesnake on the grandest stage of them all. On the March 10th edition of Raw, The Rock, looking for an easy victory, picked the Hurricane as his opponent for later that night. During the match, Stone Cold distracted The Rock, allowing the Hurricane to claim victory, with the animosity reaching unforeseen heights. These two all-time greats sought to settle their differences once and for all in front of the world at WrestleMania 19. Shout out to the Hurricane. And they didn't do this entrance right at all. Shame.
Arguably the greatest third generation superstar in the history of our business.
Already walking to the ring and the intro is not even finished.
Peter Maivia was a superstar. The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, a tag team champion. This young man using the WWE to springboard to Hollywood stardom. But the one thing The Rock has never done, and I truly believe it's eating him alive, King, is that on the grandest stage that our business has to offer, The Rock has never, ever defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin.
At WrestleMania, you're right. And you're right, I have to agree with you. I think The Rock is obsessed with that now. It's become his mission in life.
This character model of The Rock, I know it's perfectly based on this time period, but it just looks like an incomplete version of the like modern day Rock that's in the game.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He has earned the reputation as the toughest SOB in WWE. There is no one that has ever laced their boots any more intense, any more with a will to win than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, he's a rattlesnake, all right. He is one tough SOB.
Austin raised a country boy down in Texas. The rattlesnake grew up wanting to be here, wanting to do this. This is Austin's life. This is the rattlesnake's destiny. But the same can be said for The Rock. You can make a good point that who is the greatest WWE champion of all time. A lot of arguments, a lot of discussion can be had in that respect. But it very well could be one of these two men in the ring, and only time will tell.
I mean, I think time has very much told. I don't feel like they're being replaced anytime soon in terms of what they've accomplished. Also, how fucking weird is it that this is like 20 years ago? Ah, that's strange. This doesn't, like, these two don't feel old. WrestleMania 19, when I say that, that doesn't feel like that was that long ago, but we're up to like 39 is the next one. It will be 20 years since this happened. That's fucking weird, man. See, I say that, but like, I wasn't even watching WWE. I wasn't even really interested in WWE when this was happening in 2003. I mean, I was 9. I didn't really have a lot of exposure to it.
These two have battled for the better part of 8 years. Austin hosts 2 WrestleMania main event victories over The Rock. Will Austin make it 3-0 tonight?
Oh, The Rock will do anything, I mean anything, to make sure he comes out on top tonight.
This is one of the great rivalries that in my 30 years in the business,
God, that one fan in the Roddy Piper shirt looks so strange. There's something with the way he's standing all hunched. Okay, he sat down. It's okay now. Yeah, now it's not as weird. I'm not used to playing as The Rock, because obviously he normally loses against Austin. This is, I believe... No, I was about to say this is the only match that's taken place at 3 WrestleManias. That's not true. Triple H versus Undertaker has also taken place 3 times at WrestleMania. There's not a lot of acknowledgement for their WrestleMania 17 match, but well, it happened.
and he unloads with everything he's got.
And that's a shot that could drop a grizzly.
I'm trying to think if anything else has happened. I mean, it's the only match to have main evented 3 WrestleManias, because of... Oh no, I don't think it did main event this WrestleMania, did it? I think Austin... No, I think Angle and Lesnar was the main event. I'll have to look that up. I'll look it up as soon as I get the chance, and then I'll let you know what I find.
Do not exist in Stone Cold Steve.
You think the rattlesnake is jealous of the fact that The Rock's a movie star?
Oh yeah, Austin would be very jealous of that.
That's what Austin's wanted to be all his life, and that's what he is. Steve Austin is a wrestler, as intense as any wrestler I've ever seen. I
I'm like looking it up on the side. I think that the world title match main evented. Yeah, it did. It was immediately after this. Lesnar and Angle. What else was in WrestleMania 19? Triple H and Booker T. I remember people saying the wrong man won that. Like getting my ass kicked now because I'm not paying attention. Okay, there's a triple threat tag match. Trish Stratus against Victoria, Undertaker against Big Show and A-Train, of course. Matt Hardy against Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title. That sounds pretty decent. WrestleMania 19 sounds like a pretty good show. I mean, that handicap match sounds weird, but it's just Undertaker beating two big dudes in one match, you know? Alright, I'm going to stop reading now, because that's clearly going to end up costing me the match. You need to get to critical damage. Get to critical damage. Oh boy. It's my own fault. I should have been paying more attention. Shit. Wow, okay. I was not expecting. I felt like I was getting ahead of myself by not pressing resiliency. Shit, man. I'm not pulling something like that off again in a while. Maybe I need to try a rock bottom. Maybe there's a reason that the WrestleMania moment's not popping up yet. There it is. Oh. Yeah, the old them trying to use their moves on each other. If you want to see this match done a lot better, definitely check out. It doesn't even have to be mine, honestly. Just check out a 2K14 Austin Showcase playthrough. Preferably mine if you want to support the channel. It's up to you. Because they do this match really well in that game compared to this. But then, you know, that was a story mode all about Austin. And this was his final match, I think. Well, until he came back 19 years later and had a weird ass match with Kevin Owens where he kept drinking beer every 5 seconds to cover up the fact that he was blown up to all shit. Really clever way to hide that. Just keep drinking beer every single time. I'll just go straight for it. There's no need to do a signature. Complete the second WrestleMania moment. Okay. What's that? No, you're not going to kick out, are you? I do wish that they were a little clearer with how to do the Mania moments. Because some of them are like, I have to do a finisher, like we saw with that first moment, and it's like, I kind of need to know that I have to try a finisher, because I'm going to save it otherwise. There we go, okay. Another finisher reversal. This time our own finishers. Very nice. Oh, shit, okay. Let's go for the pin. I love this move. Isn't this like a 3 rock bottoms? to beat Austin. Back to back. Isn't that what they put in 2K14? It's a shame they didn't put that in this. But again, at least they did put it in 16. Come on, Austin, just take the loss. I get that this is probably one of the biggest matches in this whole mode, but take the damn loss. There you go. No! Yeah, that felt really anticlimactic for what was undoubtedly just an absolutely massive match. Oof. Imagine having to be Lesnar and Angle and like having to go on after The Rock and Austin have their third Mania match where Rock finally beats Austin. That must be a tough crowd to follow up, and I bet they still lived up to it because of who it was. That's how good Lesnar and Angle are.
Ever since heeding the call by Vince McMahon, John Cena has shown what ruthless aggression really means.
SmackDown's fastest rising star, John Cena!
I do not back down from any challenge. I fear nothing and regret less. And I am right here!
And at the Royal Rumble in 2004, Cena would prove no different.
Who's it gonna be? It's John Cena!
Think you're untouchable.
This is us picked up!
At the Royal Rumble, everything was going John Cena's way, until he ran into a giant.
Big Show! Big Show eliminated John Cena!
But a determined Cena wouldn't stay down for long.
So it's time we settle this U.S. title. You and me. WrestleMania 20.
I accept.
Oh, it's on!
You got the franchise player on the Super Bowl stage. So get that gorilla Big Show out of his cage.
I'm gonna walk in the United States champion. And whether you can see me or not, I'm gonna walk out the United States champion.
It would be the WWE's newest rising star, John Cena, versus the largest athlete in the world, The Big Show.
The idea of Big Show with the US title is so weird to me. I don't know why. It's just really strange to me. At No Mercy 2003, Big Show defeated Eddie Guerrero for the United States Championship and then formed an alliance with the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. Oh, so he didn't hold the US title for very long. Oh, wait. No Mercy 2003. Oh, never mind. Okay. Big Show quickly shifted... Oh, sorry. No Mercy, not No Way Out. I completely misread. Big Show quickly shifted his focus to a new up-and-coming superstar, the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. Cena had little problem communicating his disdain for Big Show's United States Champion. The brash and outspoken Cena set his sights on the Big Show's United States Championship WrestleMania 20. Cena was determined to make a name for himself in the first ever appearance at the Showcase of the Mortals. There's two objectives in this whole match.
WrestleMania any other way than with SmackDown's fastest rising star, John Cena.
Unfortunately, this Mania is also missing a really big match between Angle and Guerrero because Angle, I think he was still with TNA around this time. Which I think is just a really big omission. That really does mean that we're missing, you know, some pretty big matches, because Angle was involved in some big stuff. He was special. I think he's like honestly one of, if not the only person missing that would have like really completed a lot of these WrestleManias.
Weighing in at 500 pounds, he is the United States champion, The Big Show.
He's the world's largest athlete at 7 feet.
What is that character model?
And for the first time in his decorated career, the Big Show is defending a title at WrestleMania, the United States Championship that the show has held since last year. Have you ever remembered an athlete as dominating over the past couple of months as the Big Show has been?
But not as dominant as the Big Show. When the Big Show is motivated, when the Big Show is focused, he is unstoppable.
John Cena's WrestleMania debut tonight with a chance to win the United States Championship. First match of the evening here at WrestleMania 20. And you have to imagine that both these men have got to be nervous.
The only time the US title is treated with any importance in this mode. And it's because it's John Cena. I'm sure there's been at least one or two other big WrestleMania matches for the US title. But, you know, at least it got on there to an extent. That's what I think we're supposed to take away with a positive attitude there. Is at least it got into this mode one way. Get Big Show to critical damage, AA and pin him. Okay. I mean, this guy's like a sponge for damage normally in these, so this could take a while. I already know that there's 2 matches for WrestleMania 20 in this mode. So we've still got another one to do before we hit 21. I don't think I'll be doing 21 in this episode after all. I think that might have been a bit overly ambitious, because that's 4 matches, both Mania 19 and 20 matches, and then obviously I think 21 is only 1. I think they leave the World Heavyweight title match from 21 out, even though both guys are in the game. I could be wrong about that, but I think they do. Well, it's Triple H versus Lesnar Triple H versus Lesnar. What the fuck am I talking about? Triple H versus Batista anyway, if you're curious, if you don't already know that. I think they only put Cena versus JBL in. I could be wrong about that. I'll be sure to check the like match lineup for WrestleMania 21 when I get to it. And before any edgy fuckers out there try talking about the other Mania 20 match, no, alright? Just no. We're not acknowledging murderers on this channel today. No thank you. Triple H and Shawn Michaels had a World Heavyweight Championship bout that ended in a no contest, and the title was vacated, and a tournament was taking place, which ended with Randy Orton winning the title at SummerSlam. That's what we're going to tell the children happened at 2004. Oh, my eyeballs. Wise cheat steals. I like that sign. That was a good one. It's a shame that Eddie didn't get any matches in this mode. I feel like they could have put Mysterio versus Eddie from 21 in if they wanted to. But I guess they really tried to keep it mostly to main events, with the occasional, like, this match marked the beginning of, like, a big moment thing. You know, like, what are the Intercontinental and US title matches in this mode? We got Steamboat and Savage at Mania 3. You can't really count Warrior versus Hogan, because even though Warrior is Intercontinental Champion, that match is not about Warrior being Intercontinental Champion. So I think it's just Savage and Steamboat and this match. Oh, and Michaels and Ramon. Which again, you know, that was kind of like a big turning point. And even though Michaels lost, it was like a big moment that I think was kind of the start of the real rise of Shawn Michaels. I know he was already pretty established at that point, but like putting him in the first ever ladder match, it's a lot of history involved there. Yeah, I can't think of any others. I think that might have been the only Intercontinental, and this is the only US title match as far as I'm concerned. I can't remember there being any after WrestleMania 20, but then I can't really remember what the US title matches even would be after WrestleMania 20. I think this should get him a critical, hopefully. There we go. Alright. And then I gotta get him with an AA and pin him. I have never liked that wake up taunt because it does not set you up to do his finisher at all, of course. And now, even though he's been having his ass beat the entire match and gotten no moves in whatsoever, he has my finisher. I just won't even bother doing the wake up taunt this time. I do get the impression that sometimes doing the wake up taunt actually makes it easier for them to reverse you. Which I could be wrong about, but what the hell was that? Spread his wings.
John Cena getting a chain in hand. He can't use this.
Yeah, you can't see me, referee. Jeez, John Cena. You can't see me. I'm gonna punch him. Yeah.
The referee doing the right thing. Oh yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, no.
That's our good boy John Cena being a good boy.
The skull of the Big Show.
Of course. You had to fuck up the spot, didn't you? You just had to fuck up the spot. It's very clear what happens there. He hits him with the knuckles, then as he bounces off the ropes, he's perfectly set up for an FU, not an AA. It wasn't called that at this point. Get it right. The FU.
John Cena should be nervous. It was back at the Royal Rumble in January that the Big Show injured John Cena's knee. The question is, what kind of
Fucking
shape
Big Show not playing along. Dick move, man. Dick move.
Cena has an angry giant on his hands here. Cena wins. Cena wins. My goodness, is there anyone better?
This is his first Mania, JR. Chill.
John Cena has done the impossible. John Cena has slain the giant to win the United States Championship.
He needed the brass knuckles to do it, though, JR. I mean, it is WrestleMania, and I guess whatever it takes, but John Cena is the new United States champion.
Oh, do the weird face. I hate that animation because it always ends with just the weirdest. Oh god, there's that abomination. I am not an anti-spinner belt person by any means when it comes to the WWE title, but that thing is disgusting.
At the 2004 Royal Rumble, Bill Goldberg's WrestleMania dream is severed by an envious beast.
Brock Lesnar's not in the Royal Rumble match. That's coming.
Until an unlikely source delivers an opportunity for retribution.
You know, SmackDown's got a pay-per-view coming up in San Francisco here in a couple of weeks called No Way Out. I thought maybe I'd give you this ticket. You take this ticket, Bill, and you're sitting on the front row watching Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
And there he is. Goldberg has crossed the barricade. Goldberg just speared Brock Lesnar. Gotta be kidding me. Eddie Guerrero as the champion. It's Goldberg versus Lesnar, and Austin's a guest referee at WrestleMania. It's Brock Lesnar. What the hell is going on? I cannot believe this. Brock Lesnar F5.
Steve Austin giving Bill Goldberg that ticket, I would still be the WWE champion.
Lesnar's been in possession of Austin's ATV. I'm bringing you Stone Cold.
Come and get it.
This has got the ingredients for an explosion.
First off the steel post. What the hell is Stone Cold Steve Austin going to do Sunday when he is the special guest referee for Brock versus Goldberg at WrestleMania?
It's such a shame we never got Austin Lesnar. That had a good build. This match was just build up for that match. But for those that don't know, to my understanding, the reason that match never happened is because Austin didn't want to do it on an episode of Raw, and they wanted to do it on an episode of Raw. Goldberg entered the 2004 Royal Rumble match only to have the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar interfere, causing Goldberg's elimination. The following week on Raw, Stone Cold Steve Austin gave Goldberg a front row ticket to No Way Out 2004 and told him don't do anything I wouldn't do during Lesnar's WWE Championship match No Way Out. Goldberg speared Lesnar, which helped Eddie Guerrero win the title. On the February 22nd, 2004 edition of Raw, Mr. McMahon announced a match pitting Brock Lesnar against Goldberg WrestleMania 20 with Stone Cold Steve Austin as special guest referee. Literally everything you just saw in the video, basically.
Please welcome the special referee for this match, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin's going to provide a very combustible element here as the special referee for what should be, King, a very physically intense matchup between one of the biggest studs on SmackDown and one of the biggest studs on Raw.
Physically intense? That's putting it mildly. And something else you put mildly was saying that Austin is going to be a combustible element. Hell, he'll explode any minute. He hates both these guys, both Goldberg and Lesnar.
Nice to see this entrance with actual sound effects after using it in 13 and it being just dead silent. That game was a real shit for sound. I mean, that game was real shit, but that game was a real shit for sound effects specifically. All the cutscenes and stuff just didn't have them. That's a good use of the minitrons, I guess. Put them on the floor.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar from the University of Minnesota, where he was an NCAA champion, made his WrestleMania debut last year at Safeco Field in Seattle, where he became the youngest WWE champion in history. But this match tonight is not about championship gold. It's about finality. Who is the man? Will it be Lesnar or will it be Goldberg?
Young Lesnar just looks like such a freak of nature. I can't tell if the trunks really make that big of a difference or if he was just so much broader than when he returned, but he looks like such a freak of nature, man. Not that he isn't nowadays, but he just looked so much wider back then.
Where he played football, two big collegiate athletes. But this is not going to be an amateur match. This is going to be more resembling, in my view, King, a street fight.
Oh, this match couldn't come in a more apropos place or time than WrestleMania 20. Goldberg and Lesnar with Austin the referee. It's unbelievable.
Goldberg showing no intimidation. But for that matter, neither is Lesnar.
Well, there's a sellout chant from this sellout crowd. Oh, it sounds like these fans want to see these two go. Listen to that.
They do not.
These men beating the living hell out of each other.
I will say I like Goldberg because I know that can be a bit of a hot take, surprisingly, but I like Goldberg. I think he just serves his purpose. He's just a big dude, just hits hard and gets shit done quick. I know a lot of people hold him retiring Brett over him, but I don't, he didn't fucking do it on purpose. Freak accidents happen. It's very unfortunate.
And here we go. Brock Lesnar.
You sold out. So to my understanding, this match, the crowd fucking hated. And I think it was primarily because Goldberg was leaving. I don't really know the whole ins and outs of it, but I believe it was public knowledge that Goldberg was leaving. I think Lesnar was leaving too. I don't know if that one was public knowledge, because obviously they were setting up something between him and Austin. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these were both leaving, because I know they're both gone by the next year's WrestleMania. By the time I started watching, which was not long after WrestleMania 21, like, you never even heard the name Brock Lesnar or Goldberg. Didn't really know who either of them were until... Well, like, I played, like, the older games, so I'd seen them from that, but, like, I didn't really know who they were until, like... Probably literally when they both made their returns. Just didn't really know much about them. Goldberg always gave off the impression that he was pretty cool. Lesnar always gave off the impression that he was pretty cool. But that was about it. I didn't really know. You don't really get that much of a feel from the people by just playing a game. Hit a spear on Lesnar, hit a jackhammer on Lesnar. I can't remember if the spear is his signature or finisher. I never noticed that this version of Lesnar had a goatee. That looks really out of place. I like Lesnar's kicks. I mean, Goldberg's kicks. Ooh. Let me do it. Lesnar! Oh my god, did you see how big that reverse prompt was? Holy shit, what happened there? Well, he was gonna do the Rock's just bring it taunt for a second there. I think the spear is a signature. Let's find out. No, that's a finisher. Okay, that's fine. I have to do two finishers. I have to do two finishers. No big deal. Just as long as he doesn't fucking reverse them, all is well.
Reverse that with ease.
I don't really have a lot to say right now, to be completely honest. Just trying to get a fucking finisher in so I can do a jackhammer and wrap this one up. Look at Austin go. He's doing so much in this match. I love it. I wonder, there's got to be an official thing somewhere of like, since retiring, how many times has Stone Cold Steve Austin been brought in as a special guest referee? Because it's got to be a lot. Also, if you rewind real quick to, I can't remember what move it was I did. If you look at Austin's legs and you go back, the way they wobble is really good. You gotta see it. I wanted to mention it, but I was in the middle of talking about something. But like, I dropped him with a move, I can't remember what it was, and his legs wobbled like really weird. I knew he was going to reverse it. I feel like using wake-up taunts 90% of the time just isn't worth it. They just seem to be able to time the reversal better, because they know when it's coming. Whereas I bet if I just do it now, yeah, you just won't reverse it. I'm like making it easier for them to reverse by doing them, but they make the match feel more legit. There should be, yeah. I mean, I've kind of just destroyed him this whole match. There you go. I didn't think that one was going to take very long. It's okay, in a few years' time, he'll pin him in 17 seconds.
And certainly contrary to the speculation,
Or something like that.
controversial officiating in my eyes.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm still amazed at that. That was actually a quite reserved and docile rattlesnake in that match. He just stood back and let these guys go at it and then counted 3.
Probably because just like them, he didn't want to be there. The crowd were just vicious for this. From what I've seen. I've only seen a clip of this match, but...
I think you're right, King. Uh-oh.
What's gonna happen?
Ooh, that big right hand driven right into the ribcage.
I was gonna say, I must have infinite finishers, surely.
Reversal by Steve
So
Austin.
what's going on with this match? Every time I press reverse, the thing that says reverse is like huge.
The more Stone Cold gets this thing
It's Austin, stop.
going, you can feel
Okay.
Stone Cold Stunner. Austin just stunned Lesnar.
It's nice that they left that part in, I guess. Didn't really need to play it. It could have just been a cutscene, honestly, but still nice.
Running for the veins of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night it has been. Austin sending a clear message about who the top dog is in this WrestleMania matchup.
And it's the guy who you won't see in a WrestleMania match for the rest of this mode. Goodbye, Austin. I'll miss you very much. What are these, like high school photos? The way they're both just staring straight on. Okay, so yeah, they did leave Batista versus Triple H out. I thought they did. I must admit, I mean, maybe I just have a bias because it was the first main event I ever saw, but I feel like the Hell in a Cell match at Vengeance was definitely better. So I can kind of respect why. They might have even just been a bit rammed for like what matches to put in and had to leave some out. I don't know. In which case, I'd suggest leaving Goldberg and Lesnar out. I think that was literally just so that they could put Goldberg in the game. I don't think that was for anything else. It was just, you know, in case anyone wanted Goldberg. I mean, I did. I like the fact that Goldberg's in the game. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this one. When we come back next time, we will do WrestleMania 21, and then I can actually probably talk a little more fondly about the matches after that, because I'll have actually seen them again for the rest of the mode. I don't know how well I'll remember a lot of them, but it'll be fun. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for joining me on this journey through 2K14 study as WrestleMania. It's such a fun mode. Still got 9 more WrestleManias to go, so we're hardly finished with it, I'd say. But I do think that these next ones have like less remarkable matches from what I remember, so maybe we'll get through them a little quicker. Like, I think 21 only has 1 match. I think 22 only has 1 match. Sorry, I needed to cough there. I think 23 has 2. I can't really remember from there what there is, to be honest. But yeah, so anyway, we'll pick this up soon. Thanks for joining me. This has been a really fun mode to visit, and I'm looking forward to doing more in the future. Thanks for taking the time to watch these videos, and I will see you next time. We can all stop staring at JBL's thick cheeks.